This is Kitty Sapphire, and welcome to one of my many, or soon to be many, speed paints. How are you guys doing this evening? So, we're going to do something a little different. I felt this is very important to change it up a little bit because for many years, especially on YouTube, I feel that I haven't really given my full attention as well as my full effort to a lot of the videos. I would always say it's been a long time, which is true, but to be completely and open and honest, because this is the subject of the video that I want to talk about, is authenticity as an artist. And this is a huge thing, especially with nowadays, everything that's been going on. I feel that a little time of reflection and really examining myself, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. So what does this mean now that I'm presenting you guys this? And why did I come to this conclusion? Well, one of the biggest things that I noticed that I thought over the past, I would have to say a little over a decade, I would say maybe 15 years, 17 years doing, not YouTube, just doing art, period. I've been sort of not necessarily following the trends, but doing things that were easy, things that were simple, things that were, if I do this formula, I'll definitely get ahead, people will look at my work, etc. Instead of just, doing the things that I really love to do. And I feel that's what has happened to me when I was doing the YouTube channel. Now, I'm still going to post up a couple of videos here and there, but I feel that one of the biggest things that has caused my channel to kind of falter and not really do my usual schedule of Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays was because I felt that as much as I love talking about anime and as much as I love talking about the reaction videos, as I went on, I started to get burned out a lot of cases. I always had to basically rush to find the newest thing, to consume it, to understand it, and put it out there and regurgitate what I basically got from the video. And as an artist, I feel that's not really what artistry is about, at least for me. And this falls on the bracket of authenticity. That authentically speaking, the reason why I haven't posted a large amount of stuff as of lately, why I haven't done a lot of reaction videos, is because this was not authentically me. I do love enjoying video games and anime and manga and comic books. I love those things to my core. Actually, those things saved my life, which in turn I will have to go into that story probably later on. Maybe that's another content video I can do for one of my other speed paints. But those things are a part of me. Those things saved my life. But just to consume something and then regurgitate it instead of adding something to it, compounding on it, how it made you feel, how I could express it through writing and other pieces of art, and sort of putting my own ideas into it, like your fan fiction and fan art and all these other things. I get more pleasure of making those types of stuff, putting my own spin on things, and then making or looking stuff up and creating my own universe behind it, putting my own essence to it. And I feel that's what was lacking in a lot of my reaction videos. That also the fact I wasn't breaking any new ground. It's fun to watch maybe a few times here and there. Like, let's face it, I do like my reaction videos of Kendrick Lamar and Drake. Mainly Kendrick Lamar. I'm a Kendrick Lamar fan. And, you know, having the conversations and stuff like that, and other bits of media like South of Midnight. Sinners has been a huge thing as well, but I always wanted to contribute. I always wanted to be a part of that huge collective that wanted to add something to the world that of fantasy and science fiction that makes and drives our culture forward. And that's the main reason why I feel I wasn't getting the reactions. I wasn't interested in the reactions. I was getting burned out from the reactions. And the only thing that was basically keeping me wanting to continue YouTube was the speed paints. But also with the rise of authenticity, such as Kendrick Lamar's music, Doechie's music, South of Midnight, Sinners, several other artists that are basically no longer performing for a particular quote-unquote wider audience to consume their content and just regurgitate it out as like a trend or something like that. I want to make something or make things that are distinctly me. And I feel with the speed paints, I can do more of that. I can add more of things. I can do commissions and fan art and add my own spin to it, but also finally introduce you guys to my inner workings, how my world works, how characters interact with one another, how I embrace the world of anime and fandom and video games and all of that. That's what I really want to bring to my YouTube channel. That's what I really want to do. So I'm a little bit in the midst of a crossroads of whether or not I should basically completely start over and wipe the slate clean, which is kind of sad because I do like the reaction videos and the unpacking, and it gave a little hope, especially during a time where everybody was locked in their house and didn't know what was going to happen next. Is their lives going to be continuously like this, living inside and living indoors and stuff like that? It's a nice way to reflect. But here on out, I want to push forward as not only for my own identity, as a mangaka, an artist, an anime fan, and an all-around geek, but I want to contribute something that is uniquely mine, uniquely me. So, what does it mean to be authentic? Now, I could go into a whole entire definition and give you the actual meaning of the word. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. Just give me a moment. Okay, the authenticity. What is authenticity? Let's start with that. The quality, there's three definitions. It's a noun, and authenticity is the quality or condition of being authentic, trustworthy, or genuine. The second definition is the quality of being authentic or of established authority for truth and correctness. And then the third definition is genuineness. The quality of being genuine and not corrupted from the original. Similar genuineness. So, I feel as an artist in a place where a lot of people have to perform. And I have, in my younger years, in my time in high school, I was a theater kid, so I did a lot of performance. But a performance in this case with authenticity, at least for me, is performing stuff that really shapes me as an individual and how I like to enjoy things and how I see the world. I don't have to worry about numbers. I don't have to worry about whether this insults anyone. I don't have to worry about whether some people will like my work or not. I hope they do. That's my biggest thing is I hope it does. I really want to inspire people. I want to there are times where I thought about, getting financial gain from it, but my biggest thing is to be a part of manga and anime history in some shape or form and contribute to that culture. Let's face it, from what I see on the outside, being in hiatus from the fandom, from the conventions and stuff like that, it's kind of rough out there. I've seen a lot of unpleasant things regarding the state of fandoms right now and anime and stuff like that. But you still have people that are genuinely who love the craft, that are fighting through to keep the hope, the essence, the love, the humanity in anime and manga and comic books and video games. People are still fighting for that. People that want to nurture those things, and I want to be a part of that. I feel that's what my authenticity is wanting to be a part of that, to constantly help grow and nurture these cultural things. That keeps giving us wonder, keeps our curiosity, keeps us hopeful, especially in tough times like these. So I wish for you to walk with me in this new aspect of my life of investigating myself and putting out my true love for anime and manga and how I will change, shift, and grow into the artist that I feel like deserves to be present, that deserves to be in the spotlight, that deserves to see the light of day and be proud of those things. And it doesn't require for you to be perfect. It doesn't require for you to be flawless. It doesn't require for you to be faultless. You can make ugly art. You can make mistakes. We live in an era where a lot of people don't want to, well, in my opinion, and of course this is just my opinion, that people don't want to put an effort to things because they're afraid of the pain. They're afraid of getting their hands dirty. They're afraid of failing. Even more so than when I was a baby otaku, a baby fan of anime. I went through that period of perfection and went through that period of not wanting to try things. But I feel that you're doing yourself a huge disservice, and I'm definitely doing myself a huge disservice if I don't try to get better at something despite the pain, despite things looking ugly, despite things not being perfect. At least I got a chance to do it. So I can look back later on and say, hey, I did that. I might see some errors, I might see this, I might see that, but at least I did it. At least I contributed what I wanted to contribute, and instead of basically the woulda coulda. Because one thing is for sure, at least for myself, I don't want to live with any regrets. And so far I have been very lucky to not have any regrets or very little regrets. There's maybe like 2 that I can think of, but I'm still young and I still have time, hopefully, in this time frame that I get to achieve those things. I still hope for that. So, but yeah. So please, from one artist to another, please reach deep within yourself and figure out what is the true you. And if you wish, it would make me extremely happy that you would take or join me on this journey of self-discovery in artistry. No bounds, no limits. The only limits that you have as an artist is yourself. Do what you know, but also be willing to adventure out, try new things, do different techniques, even if it comes out really awful. Hey, I don't know. I would like, maybe as a fellow artist, you and I could laugh about it later and try to help each other out, try to prop each other up, and learn from those mistakes so we can get better. And I think this is the right time to actually try to achieve that. So, but for now, I want to thank you guys for listening to this small little new chapter in my artist life. We're going to do like an art talk for each of the speed paints that I do, and we'll pick a different subject and we'll talk about it. We'll do a script or not. I can babble I can babble on. If you guys want to see more of this, more of these particular talks, more personal talks about being an artist, what it means to be an artist, being authentic to yourself, want to hear my personal experiences as a fan, as a cosplayer, as a gamer, the good, the bad, and a little bit of the ugly. But if you wish to want to hear more of these, please put a comment at the bottom. I would love to hear your points of views and your thoughts, and share some of your personal experiences. Have a little chat. I would love that. Anime tea time or something. I don't know. This is just new for me. I'm just rambling on here. But also, if you guys want to support my channel and what I'm doing here or trying to achieve here, I have a Ko-Fi or Coffee. I just recently obtained a Coffee page that has some of my art pieces on there. I also have a Patreon page that's more for like the manga stuff that I'm working on, the long time series, the epics and stuff like that. So yeah, come along, take this journey with me, and please support my page. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye.